My name is Mikael Andersson. I'm 58 years old. I work for the Swedish Table Tennis Association as the High Performance Director. I'm responsible for the national teams together, of course, with my coaches, and we also look at the whole complete youth side and competitions and everything connected to players' performance. Sweden is one of the better countries in table tennis in Europe, has remained so for quite some time. Of course, like any national associations, we have ups and downs. Some age generation of players are not as strong as before. We used to have extremely good players for many years, and this was in the 90s and up to the year 2000 and so on. Then we had some problems maybe replacing those players on the men's side with the same level of players, but we're back again, and we hope that we have one of the stronger teams in Europe on the men's side. Women's table tennis is a struggle for us. We had a few good players, I would say, but do not have the depth of young girls coming. It's improving a little bit, so I'm quite hopeful that we can see some good female Swedish players too in Europe. We have one player competing here, Kristina Kjellberg, who is a player for the future, we believe. She has played well in Sweden this year in our competitions and is improving. Failed to qualify in the world qualification. There was another Swedish player, Linda Bergström, competed very well and clinched her spot for Tokyo. Kristina is here, maybe more learning for her, but she still has some chances to come through, but needs to play a little bit better than this morning when she lost. I think Olympics this year is very unpredictable. You don't know very much because most players has been out of international competition except for a few of these competitions. So the results at that time indicates, of course, that some players are more prepared to play international competition than others. It's very difficult for the European players who are used to play a lot of matches and a lot of international competitions to compete with Asians who are used to stay a long time without competition. So this will be a test for many European players. It's up to the individual player to find solutions this year. You will get nothing out of the system really, but you have to do those kind of strategic decisions yourself and improve your game and be in the training hall a lot. So we will see. Hopefully there are European players that will surprise us. Let's say our men's team should be in the mix of perhaps competing for a medal in the men's team event. We believe we have a strong team. We believe we'll be even better in a couple of years' time in Paris 24, where we should be able to compete again for the gold medal. But this time there are a few teams, of course, that are maybe a little stronger than us, but we have a good group of players. We have players coming up. We have players who have been there now for a while and are ready to maybe excel and go to the next level. So hopefully on the men's team event, I would say there are some chances. All our two men's players who play in the single competition, yes, they are competitors and they may compete very well. I'm not sure that they are strong enough at the moment to take a medal, but who knows? Olympics is Olympics, so we will do our very best. I think when I look at young players today, and many are here, of course, competing now and trying to take the next step, and I also look at our junior players coming up in Sweden who we believe can be a little bit better than they are now. They're not absolutely in the top of Europe, but they are decent. And many young players today, they need to learn from the past too, and they need to learn the game from the inside. I feel a lot of young players today, they look at their mobile phone and they watch table tennis very different than the past. And this is something that this generation needs to sort of dig into and work with analytics, maybe learn new techniques and look at video techniques and so on to improve their level. Because right now we see a lot of players are playing the same way. We need to get back to that when you understand your strong and weak sides in your game and you really try to do that work yourself to improve as a player. And I'm missing that today with many of the young players, and hopefully this is a learning curve for us. when Sweden was the most successful team, we had different styles in our teams and players were really digging into their own style and improving that, and that helped the competition within the team also. So there's a lot of things you can do, I mean, as a coaches and players to improve your game, and it's just the understanding that when is the timing to do it and to do it all the time.